నేను కనిపిస్తుందా? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Listen carefully. So in the last few classes, we have discussed about the different multi-loop control systems, where we have discussed about the feed forward, ratio, cascade, and split range control. So we are going for another topic, that is a multi-variable control. So in almost all the single loop or multi-loop control system, we have discussed about the controlling of a single variable. Even though for cascade control for CSTR, we have discussed about the controlling of temperature of the product. The split range also, we have discussed the controlling of only single variable. And almost all the variables are used to control a single variable by using a single manipulated variable. As we know that there are three types of variables. They are called as process variables, control variable, manipulated variable, and load variables. So now to control a control variable, we require a manipulated variable by varying which the control variable is bringing the desired to the desired set point value. So almost we have discussed the single variable control. Now we are going to discuss about the multi-variable control system. So whatever we have discussed, they're all single variable control systems, but practically if you go to any plants or industries, we may come across some process which are very complex process. These complex process and machines have several variables that are control outputs that we wish to control, and several manipulated inputs available to provide this control. That means in order to control this output variables, we are having several manipulated input variables. So the presence of this multiple control outputs and multiple manipulated inputs creates a situation that we have not confronted so far. That means this type of situation we have not come across. So in the industries, in the power plants, or if you go for any chemical process, nowadays we can observe a complex process which involves the presence of multiple controlled outputs and multiple manipulated inputs. These types of configurations are called as, or there are more than one possible control configuration for this type of configuration or for this type of process. This process can also be called as MIMO. It's simply called as MIMO. MIMO is nothing but multiple input, multiple output process. MIMO process nothing but multiple input, multiple output. That means where we may have more number of inputs and more number of outputs. If you observe the normal simple level control system, we have observed only 3 or 4 variables. What are those? Some level of the tank and some input flow rate to the tank, output flow rate to the tank, maybe some surrounding temperature, pressure. In that level control system, the only one variable which is to be controlled is level. We may have some input variable flow rate or output flow rate. By using input or output flow rate, we are able to control the level of the particular tank. If you observe, this is a system. First, if you consider for controlling the level, we are able to control the level either by using the water inflow or by using water outflow. Or if you want to control the temperature of the liquid, we may manipulate or we may control the temperature by using steam flow rate, by using the steam flow rate. So this we have discussed in the last classes. That is either a single control system. This our main aim may be level of the tank or maybe temperature. That is called as single control system, single variable control system, or you can call it as single input, single output system. That means we may control the level of this tank by input flow rate. That is output is level, input is water inflow. That is called as SISO, single input, single output system. Or if our aim is to control the temperature of this liquid, then the temperature is our output and the steam flow rate is our input. So these are called as SISO systems, SISO process, single input, single output process. But in this multi-variable control, we are going to observe some multiple input and multiple output system. So now we see the general schematic diagram of the multiple input, multiple output control system. That is MIMO control system. So assume that this is a processing system where more than one number of manipulated variables are entering into the process and some external disturbances. Among all the disturbances, it is not possible to measure or estimate all the disturbances. So some are measurable, that is measured, and some are unmeasured. So the inputs are manipulated variables and some type of disturbances. In disturbances, some are measured and some are unmeasured. And because of these inputs, external disturbances and manipulated variables, we are going to get some type of outputs. Again, there are so many number of outputs. That way, Y number of outputs are measured and some Z number of outputs are unmeasured. Okay, so this is called as input and output variables around a chemical process. So up till now, we are discussing only single variable control. But if you go to any chemical industry, we are going to come across this particular process where we are having the number of manipulated variables, number of controls. Okay, number of variables, that is more than one variables to be controlled. So this is the normal multiple input, multiple output control system, or simply called as multivariable control system. So when you want to design a control system for this MIMO process, first we have to answer for the following questions. So if you are able to answer these 5 questions, then we are able to design the control system for this one. What a control system? That may be feedback control or feed forward or cascade control. Just in order to design a control system for multivariable system, we should answer these 5 questions. So for a given process, first we need to find out what are the control objectives among the given process. For example, if you take this is a process, now I am taking it as a multivariable process. Here you can assume that there are inflow of the water, outflow of the water, maybe surrounding temperature, pressure of the atmosphere. They're all input variables, and steam flow rate and steam temperature. They're all input variables. And the output maybe level of this particular tank and temperature of this tank. And sometimes the pressure, volume, they all comes under. Okay. So now, if you observe this one, first we have to find out what are our control objectives. So before designing a control system, first you should know what we have to control. This given process lo, control cheyale. What is our objective? First we should find out. First we should get the answer for this question. For example, in this case, I have to control the liquid level and also I have to control the temperature of the liquid. So these are the first answer for the first question. After this, what output should be measured? So if you are able to answer all these questions, then only we are able to design the control system. So first question is, what are control objectives for a given process? I have identified the objectives of level of the liquid and temperature of the liquid. So what output should be measured? So there are different types of outputs, not only this level, not only this temperature. You may get some volume, you may get the pressure of the liquid. So among these all the outputs, what you are going to measure? Output flow rate is also maybe an output. So among this, what are the variables should be measured for to get our control objective, or to satisfy our control objective? What are the outputs should be measured? So మనకు కావాల్సిన ఆబ్జెక్టివ్స్ రీచ్ కావాలంటే ఏ అవుట్పుట్స్ మనం మెజర్ చేయాలి? That means for this case you have to measure the level as well as temperature of liquid. And next, what inputs can be measured? There are so many inputs, but all inputs may not be measured or may not be required to measure. The inputs may be inflow rate of the water and steam flow and steam temperature, maybe outflow, maybe some inlet temperature, inlet water temperature, all the inputs. But for getting our required control variable or to satisfy our control objectives, what are the inputs that we measured? And depending upon, maybe if you are using the feedback, no need to measure the input variables. If you are going to use either cascade or feed forward, we may require to measure the inflow rate of the water and steam flow rate of the steam. And next, what manipulated variable should be used? So among the different inputs, what are the manipulated variable? What is the meaning of manipulated variable? This is the variable which is selected by a controller by varying which the control variable reaching to our desired set point. ఏదైతే వేరియబుల్ మనం చేంజ్ చేస్తే కంట్రోల్ వేరియబుల్ సెట్ పాయింట్ కి వస్తుందో దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ మ్యానిపులేటెడ్ వేరియబుల్. సో ఇన్ అవర్ ప్రాసెస్ జస్ట్ అస్యూమ్ దట్ ద లెవెల్ ఆఫ్ ది ట్యాంక్ can be reaching to our desired set point by increasing the temperature also. If you are going on increase temperature, what happens? As the temperature increases, the water gets converted into vapor. So as the vapor increases, the level of the liquid may be decreases. As the temperature is reduced, the level of the liquid may be increased. Or by increasing or decreasing the inflow rate, we can increase or decrease the level, or by changing the water outflow, we can change the level of the tank. There are so many possibilities, but what variables you have to select as a manipulated variable to control or to get our control objectives. So among all the input variables, you have to decide what manipulated variable should be used. What manipulated variable should be used. The next, last, final one. What is the configuration of the control loops? So once all possible measurements and manipulations have been identified, we need to decide how they are going to be interconnected through the control loops. So ela interconnect cheyale, we have to decide. Or in other words, you can say that what measurements will actuate a given manipulated variable, or what manipulation will be used to regulate a given control output at its desired value. So these are the 5 questions to be answered before going to design a control system for any multivariable control system. Those are, first we have to answer the first question, that is what are control objectives? Means how many and which of all possible variables should be controlled at desired value. In a given process, how many possible variables should be controlled at desired value? We should decide. What output should be measured? Once the control objectives have been identified, we need to select the measurements necessary to monitor the operation of the process. And third one, what inputs can be measured? Generally, we can assume that all the manipulated variables are measurable. And next, what manipulated variable should be used? A multivariable system possesses several manipulated variables which can be used for design of a control system. The selection of the most appropriate manipulation is very critical problem that should be approached with the care. Some manipulations have a direct, fast, strong effect on the outputs. Others do not have. Others do not have. For example, in this, so for level controlling and temperature control, what are the manipulators we have to use? If you are able to, for controlling of level, if you are able to use the temperature of the steam as a manipulated variable, we will get the level, but it is a very, very slow response. But if you select the for level control variable, the inflow rate as the manipulated variable, it is having some fast effect, that is, and also direct effect and strong effect on the level. And whereas for temperature, the temperature liquid can also be varied by changing the inflow rate or outflow rate or steam flow rate. But by changing the steam flow rate, we can get the direct effect, we can get the fast effect on the temperature of the steam. That's why we have to decide what manipulated variable should be used and what is the configuration of the control loops. Okay. For generally multivariable system, there is a large number of alternative configurations, control configurations. Not only single, there are more than one control configurations possible. So the selection of the most appropriate is very important and the critical question to be resolved. So we have to identify the appropriate control configuration. Out of all the configurations, we have to select the appropriate control configurations. So if one input affects more than one output appreciably, then you can say that it is having interactions. So the level of the tank is also having effect on the temperature. As the level increases, what happens? Temperature may decrease. Generally, you know that water temperature level, water level increase, the temperature tagutundi. Or if temperature increases, the water may be converted into vapor and level may decrease. And each are having some interactions. So that's why a multivariable system is said to have interactions. If one input affects more than one output appreciably, that means the water flow may provide effect on the level as well as temperature. And steam flow is also affect your level as well as temperature. And similarly, output flow rate is also having effect on the level, temperature. So then you can say that it is having more interactions. So there are two approaches for designing of controllers for such systems. That is, you have to design a decoupling controller to cancel interactions which are inherent in the system. So you have to consider the resulting multivariable system as consisting of appropriate number of single input, single output systems, and you have to design a controller for each system. That means here you have to take the two CISO systems. One system is level control, other system is temperature control. So you have to design a separate controller for these two systems. That is one approach. The other approach may be you can design a single controller for this multivariable system taking interactions into account. By considering the interactions, we have to design a single controller. Now we are going to see how we are going to get the best control configuration for a multivariable system, either by using the first one or second one. First one, you have to consider independent CISO systems, single CISO systems. Each system has some separate controller, whereas in the second one, you have designed a single controller for the multivariable system. So now you can see, we'll see how we are going to generate the loop configurations where the variables to be controlled are more than one and the manipulated variables are also more than one. So for a system with n controlled variables and n manipulated variables, there are factorial n different loop configurations. Factorial n loop configurations. As the number n increases, the number of different loop configurations increases very rapidly. For example, if number of control variables are 3, the factorial of 3 is nothing but 6. So we may have 6 control configurations. If the number of control variables and manipulated variables are 4, that is 24 configurations available. Similarly, for 5, 120. Say that, just assume that here we are having the two manipulated variables and 2 control variables. So since n equal to 2, how many configurations? 2 factorial is nothing but 2. So the manipulated variable 1, m1, and 2 is the m2, y1, y2. There are 2 configurations may occur. That means the control variable y1 may be controlled by varying the m1, y2 by varying the m2. The other configuration may be y2 may be controlled by varying the m1 and y1 may be controlled by varying the m2. So these are the possible 2 control configurations. These are possible 2 control configurations, out of which we have to select the best one. As already I discussed here, again, as the number n increases, the number of different loop configurations increases very rapidly. Decreases very rapidly. Okay. Now I'll go for this example. Here assume that my control variables are level of the tank and temperature of the liquid. Manipulated variables are inflow rate and stream flow rate. So how many possible configurations? Maybe the manipulated this water inflow rate is used to vary the level, and other one is the temperature may be controlled by varying the steam flow rate. That is the one configuration. And second one may be the level of the tank may be controlled by varying the steam flow, and temperature of this liquid may be controlled by varying the inflow. So these are two control configurations possible. So out of which we have to select the best one. So how we have to decide the best one? That is the which manipulated variable is having the direct and very fast effect on the control variable you have to select. So for this, the level of this tank may have direct effect or fast effect by the inflow of the water, whereas the temperature of the liquid may have fast effect by the variation of steam flow rate. That's why the second configuration may be preferred out of the two control configurations. So that is the how we are going to select the best control configurations. The selection of best control configuration is the very critical question. So here we are having only two configurations, that is somewhat easy. But if you go for some other process, we may have more number of control configurations. Say, assume that this is a flash drum. In the next class, I may discuss about the what is flash drum and boiler. Generally, assume that here it is a drum to which some feed of some different configurations Zi, different molar concentrations Zi, and different components, different types of liquids are entering into this particular drum with some pressure, with some temperature, with some flow rate. So basic principle of operation of the flash drum is this: convert some vapor and some liquid or fluid into liquid as well as vapor by using the principle of having different boiling points. Just by heating the fluid with high temperature, the liquid అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుందంటే ఈ డ్రమ్ లో ఇక్కడ నుంచి మనకు డిఫరెంట్ ఫ్లూయిడ్స్ వస్తాయి. మేబీ ఫ్లూయిడ్ ఏ, ఫ్లూయిడ్ బి, ఫ్లూయిడ్స్ ఆల్ ఆర్ కంబైన్డ్ అండ్ ఫీడ్ ఇన్ టు ది డ్రమ్. అండ్ బై ప్రొవైడింగ్ ద హీట్ ఏమవుతుంది, ఫస్ట్ ఈ స్టీమ్ ద్వారా హీట్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేయడం వల్ల ద లిక్విడ్ విచ్ ఇస్ హ్యావింగ్ ద low boiling point will be converted into vapor. So that is first boiling point vapor బయటకు వెళ్తుంది, high boiling point అనేది liquid గా వస్తుంది. అంటే we are going to separate different components. If you are having the two components, the one which is having low boiling point will be come up from this as a top product. The one which is having the high boiling point is coming as a bottom product as a liquid. So for that we are using this flash drum. Because of converting the high pressure to low pressure and by creating some heat, we are going to convert the liquid into some vapor and liquid, fluid into vapor and liquid. So if you observe this one, as the liquid is flushed from the high pressure PF to lower pressure P of the drum, vapor is produced and reaches equilibrium with the remaining liquid. The steam flowing through a coil supplies the necessary heat for maintaining the desired temperature in the drum, despite any variations in the operant conditions. So for this process, we would like to identify what are the control variables. Already I have told that different 5 questions. So in variables, what are different variables? The different variables are pressure of the feed, temperature of the feed, flow of the feed, steam temperature, steam flow rate WS, and maybe some liquid flow rate, maybe some flow rate of the vapor, and some pressure and temperature of the flash drum. These are different variables. And among all the variables, first one is we have to identify the control variables. What are the objectives for this flash drum? We have to decide. Next, identify the manipulated inputs. And next, we have to generate the all possible feasible loop configurations. So for example, I have identified the control variables are FF, that is the feed flow rate I have to control, pressure in the drum to be controlled, temperature of the drum to be controlled, and level H. These are my 4 are control variables. And I have selected some variables as manipulated variables. Those variables may be again fluid flow rate, liquid flow rate FL, output liquid flow rate, and steam flow rate WS, and vapor flow rate. So how many configurations we may get? Since it is having the 4 number of control configurations and 4 number of manipulated variables, there is a chance of 4 factorial, that is 24 configurations. Maybe feed flow rate may be controlled by feed flow rate, maybe pressure may be controlled by liquid flow rate, temperature may be controlled by steam flow rate, and level may be controlled by vapor flow rate. Like that, there are 24 configurations. As already told that n factorial. So 4 factorial is 24 configurations. So out of this 24, we have to select the best one. ఎలా సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి? ఈ కంట్రోల్ వేరియబుల్ ఏ వేరియబుల్ ద్వారా అయితే ఫాస్ట్ గా ఎఫెక్ట్ అవుతుంది అండ్ డైరెక్ట్ ఎఫెక్ట్ అవుతుంది. జనరల్లీ ఫీడ్ ఫ్లో రేట్ ఈస్ డైరెక్ట్లీ కంట్రోల్డ్ బై fastly affected by the FF, and pressure will be controlled by the vapor flow rate, temperature will be controlled by the steam flow rate, and level will be controlled by the liquid flow rate. Therefore, the third control configuration we may select as the best control configurations. So then we can design a control configurations. So the feed flow rate may be controlled by measuring the feed flow rate and take it as the same flow rate as the manipulated variable. The temperature may be controlled by taking the steam flow rate as a manipulated variable. The level of this particular drum may be controlled by taking the liquid flow rate as a manipulated variable, and pressure in the drum is controlled by taking the vapor flow rate. So like this, we have to design a multi-variable control system. So this is about the multi-variable control system, how we are going to design or identify the control variables, identify the manipulated variables, identify the measurable variables, and finding the control loop configurations. So this is about some introduction about the multi-variable control system. So as per our syllabus, we have to discuss about the multi-variable control for boiler system and distillation column. So in the next class or in the next video, we will discuss about the boiler control and distillation column control system for this boiler and distillation column. So this is the only introduction about the multi-variable control, where we have discussed about the controlling of more than one variables. So maybe tomorrow, day of tomorrow, I will be discussing about the boiler and distillation column. So with this, so I think almost the time is over. So it automatically terminated. Okay. Okay, time is over. It is ending.